Howdy gamers, old gamer guy here. Welcome to another Stalker 2 video. I hope everybody had a good Christmas. I had a nice Christmas. This is actually me waking up on Christmas Day, going out for an excursion in the zone. We've got a guy blocking the stairs. They do that sometimes. This is not a technically perfect game by any means. I'll talk a little bit later about some of the bugs I've seen. I haven't seen many in 35 or 36 hours or so on PS5 Pro. But this is Christmas morning, and I am heading toward that quest objective over there, and we're going to follow this pipeline. It's about 8 in the morning as I'm leaving here, and so I need a little breakfast, a little fuel for the road. But that's kind of a testament of how much I really love this game. Like I said, this is Christmas morning, and I got up a couple of hours early so I could get in some time in the zone before we actually started opening presents and doing all that family stuff. At some point I found a new scanner, but I'm still not very good at finding artifacts. But never mind that. Let's head up this way between these two buildings over toward the quest objective. Such great atmosphere in this game. But that quest marker there is actually a cave, and it says that clearly in the journal, but I didn't read that apparently. I thought that was something on top of a plateau, so I was looking for a way up to the top of the plateau, and as a result I went the wrong way for a little bit. These mutant boars were the main enemy that I saw all day, but eventually I realized I needed to go into this cave. This cave is kind of a maze, but I have edited this in such a way that you won't be able to tell which way I'm going. But I'll shut up and let this play so you can hear some of this sound. The 3D sound on the PS5 is working, and I have the music turned down to about 50%. You can tell the sound is making me nervous, but you also heard some gunshots, and I'm about to run into a somewhat familiar face.
I don't know who you are, Stalker, but you best run.
Fuck. That was a little too close. I thought it was game over for sure.
Clear. Skybase.
You good now, bro? That's what I thought. 2 close calls in a minute. Not cool.
Speaking of not cool, this is a guy we ran into back toward the beginning of the game, and he stole our scanner, and he could have killed us right here, but he let us live.
Finish him, and let's make tracks.
You. The night back at the old bridge, you stole my scanner and gave me a hell of a headache.
That's horseshit, man. I ain't been back at the old bridge in a long time. It was all bounce, man. Shit. I'm just a guide. I was only showing the way, all right?
He let me live, so I decided to let him live, but I did think about killing him.
That's a pretty stupid take. Any others?
Oh, yeah. Lots. You, patch me up and I'll share everything.
How do I get to Clear Sky?
I saved your life once, and now I just might save it again. Don't go there. Steer clear of that place.
I should have shot you after all.
Fine. If you want to die, be my guest. Here's a map. I ain't gonna wish you luck. You don't need it. So I, hope we never meet again.
So he has given us the next step in this quest, but he has also left his weapon on the ground here, and it's a pretty nice shotgun. It's not in great shape. I'll have to pay some decent cash to make that usable, but that's a pretty good find on this Christmas day. But never mind that. More importantly, we now have the next step in the quest, and so that's down here in the swamps, and we need to turn off 4 beacon type things down there. There's also a point of interest up here closer to me, but as it turns out, I am now on top of that plateau type formation that I was talking about. I could drop down in there, but I decided to take the long way around. I think I could have gone left or right and found a safer way down into the swamps, but I went over to the right here, and on my way I heard some gunfire, and there are some NPCs down here fighting with something. I always enjoy seeing the AI doing stuff like this as I travel, but I wasn't sure if they would attack me, so I didn't go any closer to them. And I finally made it to the swamps. You have to find a pathway through here. The water is, if I try to swim across, it is probably quite radiated. So I found a pathway through, and eventually I found this ominous looking church, and there are some more mutant boars up here. I'm about to encounter a new creature here, and I'm going to wish that that shotgun was in better shape.
Something's not right.
Get over here, you pussy!
I'm pretty sure that voice is a glitch. I think it's supposed to be playing the sounds of the creature, but instead it's playing some voice clips from one of the NPCs. As you can see, I'm not doing very well with my GP37 here. This is a nice gun. I've been having a lot of fun with it, but I think that shotgun would be a better fit for taking on these creatures. I never could kill that thing as it was running around, and eventually I made my way up to the roof and I found what I was looking for. So that's the first of 4 beacons that I need to turn off, but as you can probably tell by the light streaming in through the window, it's getting a little bit later in the day. I think it's after 5 o'clock in the afternoon now. I wasted some time going the wrong way earlier, and then I wasted some more time trying to kill that thing downstairs, and it's almost 5:30 as I drop down here. I had decided to go on to the next beacon, but I soon changed my mind. But never mind that. I'm about to run into that creature one more time as I make my way toward the gate.
Hurts him.
I think I actually killed it right there, but I didn't realize it at the time. I was so freaked out by that thing, and I just wanted to get out of there. I was wishing I had that shotgun, but that's the point where I decided, you know what? I think I'm going to go back to the safe zone. I've got a shotgun in my stash over there. I could also pay to have this other shotgun repaired, but I'm going to make my way back through the swamps. I'm going to pick up some radiation, and unfortunately also I'm going to get the attention of some hostile creatures. I can't remember what these things are called, but they look sort of like hairless rats that kind of hop along, and they jump when they attack. And as you can probably see now, they kind of travel in a big pack, and so they can mess you up in a group like that. So I decided to get the hell out of there. I'm about to panic right here because I was trying to take some anti-rads and I almost dropped my gun. Oh, so I'm definitely panicking here, but I'm going to get it under control. And yeah, here I go, successfully using some anti-rad, and then I will use a medikit, and then eventually I'll use a bandage to stop the bleeding. But these little tenacious things were following me for quite a while. Drinking water replenishes your stamina, but finally, those tenacious little bastards, they must have lost track of me, and so we're now in sight of the pipeline, so I'm following it back to the safe zone. It's, I think it's about 8 p.m., so this is a little bit earlier in the evening than I would normally return, but now I can sell and repair and get some sleep.
Need something fixed? Let me pick at it.
Here's the repair guy. It's going to cost me some cash to repair my stuff, but more importantly, it'll cost me about 13 grand, a little over 13 grand to repair that shotgun. I have another shotgun here in my stash that's not quite as good, so I could use that one. I wasn't sure what I was going to do, so I put both of them in my stash for the moment. I figured I would get some sleep and then get up and go for those other beacons the next day. And when I woke up in the morning, I had no hesitation. I went ahead and repaired that shotgun. And so here's some footage from the very next day when I ran into some more boars. Zone bless us, everyone. Merry Christmas to me. I think I'm going to really enjoy this shotgun, and I think this is just the most basic version of it, so you can even upgrade it from here, but I think I'm going to have fun with this just the way it is. And of course, I'm sure you can tell I'm having fun with this game just the way it is. It is my game of the year, despite having a few technical issues here and there. That guy blocking the staircase, that happens sometimes. They'll block a doorway or a hallway. So I've seen that happen a few times. I've seen some flickering textures here and there and some weird physics, but I think the biggest technical issue I have seen was one time some enemies were attacking me in a town. They were shooting and throwing grenades, and they even killed some townspeople, but the townspeople were not reacting to it at all. So that's kind of the biggest technical issue I have seen. I know other people have talked about freezing and crashing, but I have not seen anything like that on PS5 Pro. But that'll about do it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Not sure what's next on the channel, but for now, thanks for watching.